the betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
On to race number 2, which is the start of the Place Accumulator, 12:35, and this is a fillies and mare 76. A very tricky start to the Place Accumulator over this 1200-meter trip. At the time of recording, no scratchings, and you can see how they're betting. Number 1, 9-2, 2 at 11-2, 3 is an 8-1 shot, 4, 6-1, 5, 6-1. 6 is at 28-10, and bookmakers making this the right horse in the race. 7, Ideal Gift, at 16-1, and 8, Pelargonium, is at 9-2. Well, horse number 6, Lady Heist, Glenn Cotson's runner. Yeah, she's done superbly well on the poly track, and when you look at her profile, anything from 1,000 up to 1,400 meters suits her fine. And although she's carrying 61.5 kgs, if she gets things her own way up in front, allowed to set her fractions over this 1,200-meter trip, the kind of horse that could run all the way to the line. Is she the right horse at the top of the betting boards, or you think the market has got it wrong?
I have to agree with the market here. I think number 6, Lady Ice, a horse to beat. Place Accumulator wise, I'm going to bank this one. The form line of her last start is really strong. Acacia's Blossom coming through to win a nice race against a lot stronger. Noble Storm, Harley's Fate, all winning. And she does have a Pelargonium held at the weights. When you have a look at that run behind Kalulo, she's a kg bet off. And she did get the bet off her. Pelargonium does return off race, whereas Lady Heist does have the racing fitness on her side. So I think she's the one to beat. I don't see too much of pace in the race, so I think that she'll be able to get to the front for free. And Ashton Aries, we've seen him go from start to finish on a few horses for the Glen Cotton yard. So I think Lady Heist, definitely a massive run in the lineup and the one that they all have to beat. The 61.5, obviously a concern, considering she has to give horses like Blush of Dawn, a 4-time winner, 3-time winner of a course and distance, quite a bit of weight, 8.5 kgs, and Blush of Dawn's got pole position draw, so likely to get the run of the race. That would be a slight concern for me, the top weight, but no doubt she's the one that they all have to set their sights on, these.
What I have a problem with here is the way the poly track's been running. We've seen race meetings where they go to the front and they seem to run all the way to the line, and then it is the opposite end of the stick where horses in front seem to be coming up for air, and they're leaving it open for runners that are coming from off the speed. So I don't know how the conditions are going to be on the day on the poly track. We know that the condition is always stated as standard compared to when we race on the turf, where it can be good to soft and good, or soft or heavy, or whatever it is, depending on what the weather conditions were prior to the race meeting. But on the poly track, I would let's just have a slight concern, because if this filly is allowed to dictate and they are not winning from the front, then it could be left wide open for a runner coming from off the speed. For the Place Accumulator, I'm going to go 6, Lady Heist. 5, Morgan Le Fay is my roughie in the race. I think she's far better than that last start at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, and she seems more at home when she races at Hollywoodbets Greyville. Number 4, Kingsmead Crystal, another runner that loves racing over the course and distance. And if you ignore a penultimate start, then she brings some inspiring form into the race. And then Blush of Dawn is a very interesting riding engagement with Chase Mozine up and Sereno Moodley getting the red on number 2, Petite Fado. So I would read into that. One's carrying 53 and others carrying 54.5 kgs. But Place Accumulator, Rylesweg, number 6, a banker. Lady Heist, I'll make it a bit more open than that, with horses 5, 4, and 1 getting a mentioned in race number 2.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.